My name is Steve, the Affordable Life Coach. I have been coaching for 13 and a half years. If you'd like affordable coaching that everybody benefits from and will have a positive impact in your life, send me an email. The consultation is absolutely free and no obligation afterwards. Today we're going to talk about something that comes up regularly in the self-help pursuit or industry and in my coaching practice, and just something you can see in the world that's happening worldwide, globally, is discontentment, perpetual, unending discontentment from a place that no self help book, no goal accomplishment, no developing or breaking bad habits can eviscerate. There is a deep underlying malaise in a lot of people's lives, and we could see it with the rise in people turning to prescription drugs to heal their physical, spiritual ailments. Now, some cases it's absolutely necessary. Obviously, always consult your doctor. I'm just giving you another option to look at or to incorporate. Why are people so anxious? Why are we so stressed? Why are we so unhappy? Why are we so despondent, unsatisfied? Why are we constantly searching for the next big thing that will fix us, that will heal us, that will make us whole again, that will bring us a sense of inner peace, of contentment, of joy, of love? Because we're looking in the wrong places. The more I coach, the more wisdom I get with years of life experience, I realize that the answers we are taught to seek are worldly answers. What the prescription to heal us is something physical. Get a better job, go on a diet, exercise. I'm not saying any of these things are bad things, but even when we do those things, even when we have success with our goals and accomplishments, there's still a deep spiritual void. We're still unhappy. And yes, you might say, well, this person's happy or that person's happy, or you might feel like you're happy. But how do you know? What do you compare it to? And it's like being a fish in water. We don't even realize we're in water, and we don't even realize that there's a spiritual ailment that we're suffering from. And we constantly busy ourselves, distract ourselves, turn to screens, turn to food, turn to busyness, turn to buying stuff, listening stuff. We can't just sit in peace. If you think you're happy, you think you're fulfilled, you think you're content, and you're not dependent or addicted on the worldly things to numb out that spiritual void or spiritual pain, sit in a room alone, staring at a blank wall for hours at a time. You'll go crazy. We can't do it because there's something addictive in our behavior and in our actions that we depend on in order to numb out our spiritual pain, our spiritual deadness inside. This is not a culture or society that fosters and creates and motivates people to stop looking to carnal and worldly things. More sexual partners is not going to fill that void. We're just chasing things that we feel a temporary high or a temporary rush, and then we go back to our normal, mediocre, lukewarm state, and we suffer from not knowing how to heal ourselves. And that's why we're always looking for that next thing, that next book, that next YouTube guru or productivity wizard, that next app, that next material possession, the next relationship, the next job, more money, the new car. Come on, man. It's not working. We live in one of the richest countries in the world, and we have the highest rate of incarceration. We have the highest rate of mental health issues, the highest rate of people being on prescription drugs. Something is wrong. And you might be saying, well, that's not me. That's other people. That's not me. It's all of us. It's just a matter of degree that we experience this spiritual deadness inside, and the lengths and the effort and the pursuit that we go in order to try to fill it, to fix it, or to heal it. And it's something that cannot be fixed externally. Now, some of you are going to disagree. That's fine. You could tell me how I'm wrong. But if you look at the trajectory of your life and the trajectory of what's going on in our culture and the divisiveness and the darkness, there's changes coming. And for me, I use these past 3-4 years as a wake-up call that you can't trust in the security and the stability of the world and the world systems. They're in flux, they're chaotic, and they're powerful, and they want to control. They want to control us. They want to control people. And they want to suppress anything that resembles free speech, independent thinking, critical thinking. And it's so easy to get indoctrinated and swept up in this cult and swept up in this way of thinking, of dividing us against each other and of getting us distracted with things that truly don't matter in the grand scheme of life, and to look at this world and this life as that's all there is, and pay no attention where we are going to spend eternity. Pay no attention that we continue to live lives that don't produce the love, the peace, the harmony, the joy that we are seeking, and that continually cause conflict within ourselves and with other people. And it's time to maybe go back to our old traditions, our old customs, our old family values, and to get ourselves in alignment with a higher power, and to live a life that's congruent with morality, integrity, honesty, and authenticity. We're too busy. We're seeking the approval of man instead of the approval of God. And it is a straitjacket that we put ourselves in. We struggle with courage. Why? Because we're trying to do everything on our own willpower, our own self-discipline. We're trying to become better people. We're trying to fit into whatever the flavor of the day is and what's socially acceptable. to say or to do, and it just squeezes the life out of you. We feel like we're not good enough. Why? Because we're not good enough, and we can't repair that on our own without a close relationship with God. And so many people will tune out this message because that means they're going to have to face the sin in their life, and people don't want to do that. We want to be free and to live however we want and to engage in whatever behavior we want and to indulge in our pleasure and our fantasies. And it's very short-sighted thinking, and you become a slave to that. And that's what's happened. We become a slave to pleasure. We become enslaved to our sinful nature. And we're at war with God, and it creates such inner conflict that no amount of numbing out, however you choose to do it, can heal it. And what I'm sharing today is this: going down the spiritual path is freedom. It's not confinement, it's not restriction, it's not a prison. It's actually freedom to not give in to our carnal or darker state. And it doesn't, a lot of people say, oh, I'm honest. No, everybody lies, everybody. And it's lying has become acceptable. Like, there's no even accountability when people lie these days. It's just everyone builds in that lie factor that they're going to be lied to, and people are going to deceive. And sometimes it's couched under, oh, I tell white lies because I don't want to hurt people's feelings. No, you don't want to get your feelings hurt by people responding negatively to the truth or to your truth or how do you really feel. And we become a bunch of weaklings and cowards that can't hear truth, can't hear honest, real communication. And that's why things have become so superficial and shallow and mind-numbingly boring and depressing. And we gotta watch what we say and censor ourselves. Even in our face-to-face communication, it's rare that I meet someone that's real. And that's because they're so focused on the approval of man instead of the approval of God or the fear of God. And the first instinct people have is their walls go up whenever you talk about God or talk about anything that involves non-worldliness or just addicted to worldliness. And oh, that person's crazy, or that person's whatever they're saying is based on a fairy tale, or it's not true, or they're weird, they're strange, they're different, or I'm afraid if I believe some of the similar things, what people are going to think. And it just goes to show you that you are in a prison and you don't even realize it, and it's self-made. Because you're chasing things that culture, that peer pressure, that advertisers, that politicians want you to chase or to believe or to follow. Let's start thinking from ourselves and seeking truth from a higher source. And then you will not feel the need to constantly find that your next fix or feed your next addiction. And you could live life calmer, more at peace, despite what happens in the world. You're on a solid foundation. You're not floating and being blown like a bubble or a leaf or a plastic bag in the wind, wherever the wind goes, wherever the societal current tells you to direction to move. You just, okay, I'll move that way. It's telling me, or my family's putting pressure. I mean, they want me to do this, so I'll move that way. It's the short-term pain for long-term gain, taking the path of least resistance without realizing it leads nowhere. It leads to discontentment, unhappiness, a lack of inner peace, inner calm, and a lack of being connected to a higher power. That's the sale. I was telling one of my clients today, like, we want that to be the wind in our sails, is not to rely so much on our own limited understanding of the universe, of what is true, of what is real, because then it just becomes a battle of opinions. Your opinion is this, another person's opinion is that, then we clash over the controversy of difference of opinions without having any solid foundation of what is truth. And it can be found if you're open-minded and open-hearted and are recognizing we have a spiritual illness, a spiritual malady that needs healing. We need assurance of where we are going to spend eternity. And most people don't have that assurance because it's only based on what they personally believe or what they've been taught to believe. And it's like the chains start getting cut off when you're not living your life based on something that might be true, might not be true, or is just the opinion of man, or is where the powers that be want to push us, want to steer us. And it's time to wake up. It's time to be critical. It's time to do your own research, do your own thinking, and free, as cliche it sounds, but free your mind and free your spirit from the chains that have been keeping you in bondage for pretty much all your life, even if you think you're free. Be open to realizing, hey, I might not be as free as I think. I am the product of a blank canvas that started from a very young age of other people throwing their paint, putting their paint, their opinions, their values, their belief systems, their cultural norms, their societal norms, peer pressure. All of that paint has been put on your canvas. And you don't even know it. A lot of people are not even aware of it. And it's just like, I want to start fresh and decide what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of. But I want to think critically, and I want to be open-hearted, open-minded. And so few people are like that, and that's why they stay stagnant. If you'd like some help in this journey, send me an email. It's in the description. And this is slowly the direction that I see helping the most people in life coaching. Because when I first started, I always thought it was helping people accomplish goals, helping people accomplish habits, helping people to become more successful, to develop relationships, to get new jobs, to buy homes, to get material possessions that they wanted. And there's a reoccurring pattern. I realized they always come back. It's like they'll get a momentary glimpse of sunlight, and then the cloud comes back. And the cloud can just partially block out the sun. It doesn't mean everyone's depressed, unhappy, and miserable. That's not what I'm saying. Some people are. But I'm saying there's so much more when we focus on strengthening and building, enlivening our spiritual core than when we live with just what we've been told or what we can see or what we can touch or what we can feel. It's going beyond the senses. And it's the most exciting, liberating journey you will ever take if you go into it with an open mind and open heart and a longing to know what is truth. Because There are so many religions, there's so many opinions, there's so many philosophies that say different things. They can't all be true because they say contradictory things. And for you to have a hunger to find out the truth for yourself. Thanks for watching. Please comment, share what you think about this video, where you think I'm way off base, what areas you agree upon, what things I might be missing, what things you think I got right. And if you want to support this channel, that is greatly appreciated. It's a very small channel. PayPal links in the description. Even if it's a one-time donation, $5 a month, whatever you can do, it really helps to support the channel and to continue making videos like this. And yeah, if you want a very affordable life coaching to further explore the depths of what I'm discussing in this video, yeah, send me an email and I have a complimentary consultation. And then give coaching a try. What have you got to lose? It's very affordable. And thanks for watching. And until next time, bye-bye.